this video, I'll be going over limiting reactants, and I'll be going over a few practice problems. So the first problem is, which is the limiting reactant when 2 grams of silicon and 1.5 grams of N2 react, according to this balanced chemical equation. So the first thing to do when you're solving these type of problems is convert the grams of each substance into moles. So we'll start by doing the silicon. So we have 2 grams of silicon, times, or divided by its molar mass, which is 28.09. This is going to give 0.0712 moles of silicon. And for the nitrogen, we have 1.50 grams divided by its molar mass, which is 28.02 grams per mole, obviously. And this gives 0.0535 moles of nitrogen. So now that we have the moles, we have to compare them in a 1-to-1 ratio. So what that means is we have to divide the moles of silicon here by 3. So let's do that. It's kind of a messy line. So this will give 0.0237 moles of silicon. And for the nitrogen, we divide it by 2 because its coefficient in the chemical equation is 2. And this will give 0.0268 moles of the dinitrogen, I guess. We can see that silicon has less, therefore it is the limiting reactant. Okay, for this second question we have, if 23 grams of iron 2 chloride reacts with 41 grams of sodium phosphate, what is the limiting reagent? And then it asks how much sodium chloride can be formed. So just so you know, the iron 2 chloride is this, and the sodium phosphate is this. So it's asking us what is the limiting reagent to begin with, so we just do the same thing that we did in the previous question. So start off with the iron 2 chloride. We have 23 grams of iron 2 chloride. We divide it by its molar mass to give us 0.181 moles of iron 2 chloride. And then we want to determine the amount of moles of the sodium phosphate. So 41 grams divided by its molar mass, which is 163.94 grams per mole, which gives 0.250 moles of sodium phosphate. Okay, now we divide it by their coefficients. So 0.181 moles of iron chloride divided by 3, because its coefficient is 3. This will equal 0.060. And the sodium phosphate we divide by 2 to give 0.125 moles. So now we compare the two, and we see that the iron chloride is a smaller number of moles, so it is the limiting reactant. Okay, now for the second part of the question, how much sodium chloride can be formed? How much of this can be formed, sodium chloride? So we know that iron chloride is the limiting reactant, and we produce 0.181 moles of it. So we just do some stoichiometry and we can find how much sodium chloride we can produce. Oops. So 0.181 moles of iron chloride multiplied by the ratio of sodium chloride and iron chloride, because of the coefficients in the chemical reaction. We have 6 moles of NaCl, we have 3 moles of iron chloride, and we want to cancel the iron chloride, so I put this one on the bottom. We multiply that by the molar mass of the sodium chloride to get it back to grams. So 58.44 grams of NaCl. So all that will give 21 grams of sodium chloride, and that's the answer.